Hey guys, welcome to the 9th devlog of the series. Today will be a short video, but I will be explaining the small additions that I have been making to the game and where I plan to go forth after this episode, as this sort of what I'll be working on will kind of change in as such, and I'll be discussing that at some point in the video as well. So first off, I will show that items can now be placed on the map. As you can see, that the player is actually holding an item. It's not in any sort of animation or in specifics, but this is just for debugging, just so I know what item I'm holding at that point. And as you can see, we can click and the item will be placed on the map. At the moment, it can be placed at any range, so if I place an orange, I can place it anywhere on the map. However, that's not what it's supposed to be like. We'll have a small area where you can place it just in the area you're in. That hasn't been done yet, but that's my next sort of point that I'll be aiming for. As you can see, not all items can be placed, depending on how they are defined in the item definitions. It will depend on whether they can be placed or not. So axes and tools can't be placed. However, consumable items and things such as this fireplace can. So that's because I defined that within the JSON file when loading in these items. Next up, I will be showing things that you have probably already noticed, and that will be the change in particles. So I've now added in some snowflakes. These are very basic default ones, or I say default ones, the ones that I made very quickly in a pixel editor. These probably will change dependent on how I feel they should be changed. I like the ones I've got now, but I feel they could probably be improved a little bit. I can see some jagged edges at some point. That's not the only thing I've added. I've added heavy storms. So this is currently a heavy storm that we've got. At the moment, it's just default particles falling at a faster rate than the light snow. However, these don't use particles, and I will be placing sort of an overlay of white, transparent white, to make it sort of more blizzardy. That's to come. That hasn't come at the moment. That will to come. Right, okay, so another thing that I've added in is multiple key uses for the same key press. So what this means is I can now have a single key to complete multiple different actions based on the way I have actually programmed it in. This took a little bit of refactoring with my input code, not too much, but simple enough. So as you can see, an example of this would be I will now use the left click to drop this item on the floor. However, I will also use this left click to select this entity and have a dialogue with him. So there are different types of, within the same key press, I can actually commit different actions dependent. So this is just sort of basic framework I've started on. This will expand much more, so we can use the same key for different inputs at different points in time within the game. Okay, so finally we do have equipment slots within the inventory system. What these are the player can actually equip different items for the player. So for example, the top square will be for the helmets and hats, the middle square will be for torso, so clothing such as jackets and so on, and the bottom layer will be for the trousers. I may add more inventory slots for gloves, shoes and so on, but this for now is how I've laid it out. At the moment, they are just normal inventory slots. So you can actually add an apple for your torso, or an orange for your torso, an apple for your head, or an axe for your trousers. So it doesn't really work out like that, but that's sort of just the basic framework that I have at the moment. Some minor additions I have added into the game will be the Y sorting. So as you can see now, this NPC is behind the tree. You can't actually see him; he's hiding from me. There we go. And if I'm in front of the tree, I am actually in front of the tree. So what this does is that it sorts all the entities being rendered based on their Y position on the map. That is essentially, it's really simple. I just never got around to doing it. It just makes things look a lot more better, I should say. Just a small addition, but well needed. And finally, I do want to show a new character design I've been working on. So this is a character I've made from scratch. I've actually animated him as well in a small walking phase. I've only done the one direction of walking so far. I'm planning to just flip this, make the other walking sprite sheet, and then up and down, so it shouldn't be too long from now. But this is just a small taster of what I have in mind. Again, he has no clothes because he is going to get clothed with customizable clothes, so just bear with me. So yes, I will be creating the clothes as well, along with their animations to go with the players' animations. This is sort of the design movement I'm going into now, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time designing and creating sprites and sprite sheets, so maybe slow down on the actual development, just so I can get a better feel of how my game will with my own characters and animation. So that's the direction I'm heading in now. Thanks guys, and see you next time.